So, why do you need AI on your website? After a lot of interest in the last post I put out, video post, I'm going to try and answer that question. Hey, I'm John Harrison. This is another episode really related to our exponential entrepreneurs. And I think we should just go over, recap some of the information with regard to perhaps people who are complete novices and not understanding really some of the tools and some of the things that are happening with regard to AI. So we have discussed that you can actually get AI integrated into your website, and obviously that would help then with content and even graphics. So the power of this is that this AI will search the internet for relevant information for you, for your website, and obviously graphics, and in fact SEO. This gives you the capabilities really of a fully fledged big team. So you can see the leverage of AI and in fact of technology is always towards the individual. With SEO, you need constant updating really, and a team to help you do that. What you can do with AI is it will search what's being searched, the keywords that are being searched and relevant, and really changing it in real time. These algorithms in Python on your WordPress, or preferably WordPress, I spoke about before, it will go into other sites. We prefer to put the algorithms into a WordPress site. It's just easier. It's open source, and that helps you with your relevance. A key thing to understand is this is your website, and that's what it'll do for you. It will also do something for your customers, and that is it will give them the ability to ask questions on your site and get information and answers immediately 24/7. Again, you can see how it cuts down teams and payments on having to have other resources, other platforms that you have to use. This will actually do that for you. You can have a chatbot built in down the bottom of your site. And so what has happened here is we're giving the capabilities, well, should I say, AI is giving you the capabilities of an SME, a small enterprise, of having the power of big, expensive websites. Let me just, allay some of the myths. People will say to me, look, John, I already like my website the way it is, which is fine. It's not going to change the look and feel of your website. It's overlaid in your dashboard. The Python is put in there, and what happens is it will then do its job behind the scenes. So your website will remain the same. It may start changing a few keywords and keeping those relevant. And obviously we're assuming that you have a blog page or some kind of information page that we can update or that it can update. And obviously that's what's going to keep you relevant. It's not for everybody. There is a cost involved. And if you don't really use your website to get your brand out there or to give information for people, then it's not going to be of great value to you. A website generally is used for information, to informate and educate clients on what it is that you do. Obviously, it differs slightly to a funnel, which is really to sell, but you can always use AI on a funnel as well. When you start out, you need to understand that it's not fully autonomous. So it's not upfront fully a magic bullet. And this is where we currently stand, and it takes a bit of integrating and a bit of time. So it's not an immediate magic bullet. Down the line, we spoke about this last time, we're looking at the 20s, 30s, and 40s, 2020s, 2030s, and 2040s, where this massive change is going to be taking place, especially by the 2040s. But in the meantime, we can understand that you've got new developments coming. There's text to video. Look, I'll be honest, I'm not sure where we're at there right now. Last time I checked, it was in development. I'm not sure if it has been released yet. These things change so rapidly, it's very hard to keep pace. But they will have text to video as well. You've got your text, the graphics, and understand that people are utilizing these algorithms in finance. They're building algorithms to invest with. They're building in the health industry, as giving small groups of people or individuals the capability to do amazing things with technology, as opposed to having huge amounts of capital and huge teams. Obviously, also within regards to relationships. Something else to remember is when you do text to text, you're looking at your posts, the search, your capabilities, and also articles. So these things are of great value. But understanding this in the implementation side is very important, because you can do this yourself depending on your technical capabilities. You have to look at the context of what you're doing and what you're trying to achieve. And that's important when the types of information you request from AI and the kind of coding that you put in there is in the right context. Obviously, there are people who are experts. We also do this, and it takes training. So it's kind of like going to school for your AI. So once it's put into your site, it then has to have some supervision, some teaching. It goes through a training process. Look, we do have programs for that as well to help train it, but we make sure that it's not gone totally bazonkers and giving you some misinformation. It's very important when you start out to look at the information, and things like if you're doing a complex article, it may not be great for a graphic that it would create for that article, and it may cause some other iterations that you need. And obviously when you start out, there's the debugging and so forth. So this is a little bit more information on how powerful and how interesting this all is, and some of the other areas that you can look at. But really, if you're using your website for business, to get customers, to get your brand out there and get some information that's relevant and get perhaps a better ranking, then this is the way to go. Just to mention to you the power of this thing, I don't know if you've seen some of the information on Google shares recently have taken a big knock, because people have also created their own search engines. So you can see how deadly this is, even to a company the size of Google, who are busy trying to protect themselves as fast as they can. So this is something you must understand is very powerful and very exciting. Anyway, that's from me, John Harris. And if you want to get a little bit more information, you can always go to my Info Products Facebook page, and there's some contact details and a bit of information there on things as much as information products, authoring, self-authoring, and things like that. But anyway, we'll see you in the next post.